Welcome, welcome. This is an old miner's cabin. Take a look in here. How many think miners used to live in here? Pretty unique. From the mid-1800s till about 1895 was when it was noted about under 100 miners were left in the town. So how in the world did the miners and travelers get out here? Transportation and even communication, that's the lifeblood of the mining industry back in the 1880s. You know, for it to survive, it had to get off of its isolation. Roads, really the old stage rolled under the trail, hauled supplies into the camps, and basically were really valuable to get the ore out into the processing plants. Toll roads were opened. There was 2 stage lines finally by 1881, the Rockwell stage and the Carson Brothers stage, and those had a toll of $2. So lots of good, long, strenuous travel. Can you imagine feeding the population of Ashcroft back in the late 1880s? We were talking about 1,000 miners. I mean, the growing season was short, high altitude. We're about at 9,500 feet right now. They hauled in most of their food supplies. So, I mean, the diets consisted mostly of the dry beans, canned foods, potatoes, bacon, bread, coffee, obviously. And then they added wildlife to the menus, you know. Got lots of elk, deer, trout, rabbit, grouse, and even bear out here, and marmots even. So, you know, it's all about hunting and carrying in the dry goods, some coffee, obviously probably some whiskey. But yeah, I'm sure even though the menu might have been smaller, it was mighty good after a long day in the mine. This would be the more popular and entertainment part of this small little town. We've come to the Blue Mirror Saloon. This is what I'm talking about. We've got the hotel view. Back in my old stomping grounds, a fellow hotelier in here. Look at nice, maybe reception area, dining. Saloon obviously was just a few paces down. Maybe a bunk room for the visitors. Look at that, we got a visitor from 1969, 1960. Somebody from Toronto in 71. Oh, Brian from 1919. Nah, I bet you that's 2019. Really excited that I had an opportunity to come out here to Ashcroft, the old silver mining town. You know, I've thought home quarantine had been tough for a couple weeks. I couldn't imagine being in small little cabins like this and just making a living. The rush of silver mining, doing what you have to do to make a living, eating off the land, working hard, hanging out in the saloon at night. There's just so much history here, and really that was the development of this area. You know, there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that were put, forged, and lost in this land so that now we can come out and enjoy high-end restaurants and $1,000 hotel room nights, skiing up on the premier mountains of the west, going to view the Maroon Bells, all these great sites that somebody had to forge that first path. So it was built with blood, sweat, and tears. So it just reminds me that, you know, my path that I'm on right now, that everybody's on, that I've been trudging for a long while. There's blood, sweat, and tears in it, but that's what takes place before, you know, the end result, the community, the celebrations, the growth can set in. And I'd say by the looks of these miners and these adventurers and explorers, it was well worth it. Hey, thanks a lot for joining me today. Ashcroft Ghost Town. Come out here during the summer. It's absolutely gorgeous wildlife. Bring the family out, super easy, and really tell some stories. Bring some photos back, and I hope you got a really cool, quick tour of the town. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next adventure. Thank you again to the Aspen Historical Society for the great information along the site, and also a special thanks to the Department of Agriculture's United States Forest Service for keeping up and maintaining such a beautiful site and allowing us to explore our nation's history and heritage. Got a $5 donation for myself, and here's $5 for you for coming along with me. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next adventure.